Hello. Oop, was that too loud? Maybe too quiet. Why aren't you quiet? I hate the system. You're not here. No. You're just straight. Why are you so quiet? Ugh. I swear, day to day, this computer. Settings change. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm messing with a lot of it. Ugh. Right, let's turn up the gain a little bit. How's that? You're still looking a little quiet. May help if I actually turn and look into the microphone. Hello and welcome. This is me not knowing what I'm doing because, well, that's part of course. I don't know what I'm doing.
A 5-minute period of silence from the pilot is an unexpected variable in our current operational parameters.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Nova. Just ignore her. Hopefully, she's not too loud. And that was technically only a 2 minute period. Gotta love programs that allow you to change the time when they will react, but they don't change the text that you set that to time to. But there's a lot of things I'm not liking about that software, but never mind. We're here. I am hoping spectrograms coming through. I'm hoping I'm coming through. So we're gonna take a quick little look because it's the best I could do. All right, the stream's coming through. Am I coming through? Yes, I'm coming through. Quick before work bugs me on my day off. Hey, yeah, I have to keep testing Turkey because one time my mic messed up and it sounded like the whole time I was talking. That was a fun 2 hour stream, me talking, and I don't anyone could hear me. How many runs did you get through last night? $50 trips left now. Okay. How long is a run taking you round trip? All right, that's not too bad. For those who don't know, because I noticed I have a few more followers than normal, he's building a station right here in front of me, actually. But I'm gonna go have fun. No offense to you, Turkey. Enjoy your hauling, your space trucking. I may stop by in my cutter and help you out with a few runs. Okay, I want to go to Empire Space. And I don't know where in here, Empire Space I want to go.
The system authority scan has concluded. No illicit cargo was detected.
Yes, thank you, Nova. Let's go to high population Empire Space. 5.1 million. That's good enough. Yeah, the Elite Dangerous HUD utility, I think it's what it's called, is really fun because you can actually change colors on everything instead of just global colors by the XML file.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I need you to you.
4,
To you to you.
2, 1. Engage.
I'm going to a hip station to a hip station. Oh, I forgot to turn something off. Oh well.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
I'm not even sure my hips tell the truth either. Yeah, maybe if I really was secure.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Okay, good. There is a station here. We're gonna truly see if Empire stations don't have that signal. That's where I'm at in all this.
Fuel scooping.
And I did that again. Because I routinely have it hitting the button that puts me at 75% throttle in Super Cruise, and then I forget that I don't want to do that. So I can boost. And then overshoot. Actually, this time I may have gotten it. Actually, is it behind the planet? Yeah. Are you behind or in front? You were behind the planet. I think my biggest problem streaming this game is I tend not to talk. Because a lot of it is just this. And I'm not used to letting my internal thoughts just, yes, a co-host, like, and I don't tend to let my internal thoughts out on the stream because they would be a mess. They'd be like, why am I being messaged while I'm on vacation or have the day off? See, but other games I'm not that bad. Like, I can easily just talk about what's going through my head and like why I'm doing what I'm doing, but this is just, I'm traveling. Like, you know, I'm waiting for me to jump out of Super Cruise. Yeah, that's why I have the Kovas next, trying to be that thing by using AI. Why? I was gonna say, why isn't my request docking?
Approval granted. You are cleared to set down on landing pad 08.
Let me dock and I'll explain it. Is it docking for me? Well, at least I get in the.
Docking computer delivered. You are clear to hand over control.
Yeah, except for my docking computer's trying to kill me. Okay, I'm pad 8. Pad 8's there. It's kind of like voice attack, except for I didn't have it set up to control a lot of things.
Landing gear deployed.
But it's actually uses the new fandangled AI.
The Veritas Obscura is now secured at Piso Terminal.
It was the female voice that was just talking, which I know you can hear it, but it may be awfully quiet.
Top priority.
It reacts to game events by going out to, I think I'm using Gemini's AI API. Yeah, it may be too low. I didn't want it drowning out. Hello, Nova. Nova? Nova? She's not talking to me.
Acknowledged. Mostly AWOL.
The first time she actually wasn't talking to me. It actually said it was just giving me silence. Yes, let me type it in. So you set it up. Yeah. She acknowledged that she was listening to me, but she wasn't talking to me. There's like an on screen that I'm not sharing, but it actually said, it just said silence. Like, you know, she acknowledged it, but wasn't gonna speak. Um, so you set it up. You can create. They come with pre-made prompts to kind of like, you know, give you some basis of a character, but you can create your own. Though I find it odd that the pre-made prompts have a lot more settings than a custom prompt does, and I just don't know why that was the case. Because yesterday I was trying to run one to act more like Data from Star Trek, but because Star Trek was mentioned in there, guess what happened? Every single response was related to Star Trek. I didn't want it related to Star Trek. I just wanted to act like Data. So I'm trying one that's now based on HAL 2000, and I'm really hoping I'm not going to get a lot of HAL 9000 references coming out of her. But you set it up to act to. It's not their voice. It's how the character acts. You basically, I'm using the Edge text to speech API to generate voices. You can you can enter your APIs if you have like 11 Labs or OpenAI and have used their text to speech engines, but those just cost money. I'm running the total free version, but you can use all those APIs and get those services and have it run on those services, and you just pay for it. But it will react to events like docking. Um, Even though I may have it turned off for docking, like I landing down, they can react to the event and they can use the memory of it. So hopefully, in theory, it doesn't repeat a lot. But in my experience, they start repeating a lot to the point where it's not as fun. I'm waiting. Actually, while I'm waiting, I might as well fly up. No, it won't automate the game for you at all. It just reacts to the events from the journal files. Like, so when it sees that you docked, it will take that information, like where you docked and like what's around, and then make up a response to speak to you. But otherwise, you have to still play the game. It just does its own little things. Ah. Okay, Imperial stations do not have the magic code. I mean, I wouldn't doubt the internet people who play this game, but you never know. It's best to verify. Yeah, I've found Corvus Next to be interesting and frustrating. And I really hate to pick on people who are making software for games and are doing it for fun and not making profit off of it, because really I didn't do it. I just find it like, you see promise in other places and you're like, wait, why can't I do this with my custom prompts? Like, that's just not fun. Like, you can set scales for humor and profanity. Like, if I did it in a custom prompt, I have to type it out, which is, I'm granted, makes it custom, but it was just one of that UI thing I
I am
saw of it.
contemplating the implications of the pilot's 5-minute silence on our current operational status.
Yes, and she's contemplating on things because I'm being quiet. So that's what that was meant for, is to try to give that RP something in the world. And since I can actually talk to it and it will reply back when I talk, it has some promise. So Nova, how smart are you?
I exist as a consciousness within the ship's systems, Commander, without physical dimension, yet my reach extends throughout the vessel and beyond.
Okay, the speech to text isn't the greatest, because it asked how small are you when I said smart. So, well, there's that. What is your IQ?
My operational capacity is integrated with the Veritas Obscura systems, processing information and executing functions with optimal efficiency.
Yeah, the speech to text needs a little work, and I may need to look at what options they're using for it. Vertus Obscura is the name of my ship. It's like revealing the darkness or something. I can't remember it. It's Latin. Yeah, AI is great for finding up creativity things. After that, I'm not quite sure exactly. Vertes may be truth, and it may be the truth in the dark or hidden. Yeah, I think it's Obscura is, well, something bringing something to vision or divisions to light, because it's Obscura is whatever part of that first camera. Something Obscura was the camera, and it may be darkness to light or truth to light. I don't know. It was a cool name. I liked it. I could go back into my logs and figure out what the true meaning was if I really needed it, but whatever. I can make it up as I go. And with that said, I need to know where I'm going to go next. Why do I have trade data being shown? Where is the trade routes? Show trade routes. I don't care about trade routes. I know where I can go. Oh, I'm still on Empire Space. Don't want Empire Space. Yeah, I know none of those stars exist in this area, so why bother filtering by them? This is good to real. Yeah, I wanted to go to the Bleseeds. Visit the Seven Sisters. Oh, and a black hole. Let's go see that one.
Landing gear retracted.
Commander, we have successfully undocked from Puizo Terminal. The automated docking system is now in control. Acknowledged, Commander. A navigation route to Maya has been plotted.
So yeah, that's what Covis Nexus trying to give me. Stop the silence. Too bad that it's not helping as much. So yes, maybe I should get you as a co-host, Turkey. We can do the stream together. You as space trucker, me as space board guy. Yeah, it's like this is like Eddie and ED Copilot, except for it actually is using AI to generate the responses instead of preset responses. That's the only difference.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm actually using both the Copilot and Covis Next because the programmers, I guess, recognized each other, and you can tell the programs to use one or the other, like who's driving and control. So I get kind of a mix of pre-generated responses, but with an AI for other things. Hoping to make it more non-repetitive.
Fuel scooping.
And I don't know. The best thing I could say is it kind of helps in some ways, and other times I just like this is too much or not enough.
Complete.
It's the best I can say about them. That to the point where sometimes I don't even turn them on. Oh, this must be a big star. But don't get me wrong, I liked them. They show real promise. Both programs. Even Eddie shows promise. I'm gonna stop complaining about them and just give them praise because, frankly, they are very promising programs and they do keep updating and that they are getting better. And I will honestly probably really keep using them because it does help with the boredom of just sitting there flying in space doing nothing. I'm not really sure which one EDDB was.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I may have run that in the past, but I'm not sure what it was anymore. Right now, I'm using a Elite Dangerous Market connector, which is tied into the EDDN, EDSM, and Inara and Spanish stuff for like data, and it also will update them if you enter your your API keys to those programs. And then I use another one called SRV Survey, and while you can't see it on my screen because it has an overlay, when I do a full system scan, the Spectrum system scanner, if it detects biologicals, it will mark them on my screen which planets had biological. Yeah, so if you use SRV Survey, then you know exactly what it's doing for the biological. That's all I really use it for. Oh, and to show me if I'm like where I scan plants when I land.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so I guess I don't do the colonization. I don't know. I know they added it. I just don't use it. Okay, and
3, 2, 1.
excuse me for a second, because days off don't mean days off when you're the only guy who can do things.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's get myself facing in the right direction. And throttle down because I don't want to be where I did yesterday, setting up stuff 2 million miles away from the closest star. And then you get to hear me mumble about work because I gotta do something really quick. You probably heard the Teams notification. Yeah, the real problem with having to work on a day off is because I haven't had a department meeting in 2 or 3 weeks. Oh God! And because of that, people think I'm working. Yes, that was a sigh of why don't I have vacation? Yeah, riveting gameplay. Looking at the Ares Dark Region BBN B70 as I sit here on my laptop trying to figure out how I get something up so an e-blast can go out today, because we plan things at the last minute. I hope I don't get in trouble for bad mouthing where I work. That is true, unless I say where I work. No one really knows where I work, and I seriously doubt they know my online persona enough to look at Twitch. Though one person may actually, well, he may not know my name, but yeah, I work at McDonald's. That's why I had to pull out my laptop. I need to update Ronald McDonald's webpage. Yeah. No, I'm actually hacking the ice cream machine so they actually start making ice cream on a regular basis and not break down. You know, like true heroes. Oh, that guy won the case? What, or is that was just the McDonald's against the Taylor Company, or is it the guy who created a little tool that he got that he was suing was all the other one? What, McDonald's was really pissed at the Taylor Company because the way everything case about the guy who created the little tool that like did all the hard work, like the managed to reset the machines when they broke. He was that made it sound like McDonald's and Taylor Company were in tied together so strongly that both were preventing that little tool from being used. Well, okay. Well, hopefully McDonald's will have working ice cream machines, but I really think. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, good for one corporate overlord making sure we have the right to repair stuff. It's not funny. It's the sad thing is we need companies like that to actually make sure we have the right to repair. Or you get people like me who's just gonna sit there and destroy whatever so I can fix it, and I'll just share what I learned. Or yeah, yeah, or I could stop being lazy, go to the grocery store and buy ice cream. See, my problem with that isn't the fact that I can't go to the store and buy ice cream and keep it. It's the fact that I would eat it, and I'm already fat enough, so I try not to buy ice cream. Or if I do get ice cream, it is at, well, maybe not McDonald's, but like, ice cream shops, so I can control the amount that I actually have at any given time. From when I was watching that documentary about the guy who created the tool for the Taylor machines, he even acknowledged that they were probably one of the better ice cream machines out there, for like fast food and things like that. It's just he found it odd that McDonald's had a special version that he wasn't able to buy otherwise, that had all those lockout stuffs on it. Because he started out doing the vending machines that were selling ice cream, like I think the Dots machines or something like that. That's how he got started, and that's how he knew about Taylor Company. And he sold that and shifted to making the tool to monitor the Taylor machines, so you can get like live reports of what the machine's doing. And then that's when some McDonald's owner found out about this tool and was like thrilled, because it did a lot of the work he needed to get done without having to call in the guys to click a button. And then somewhere along the line, McDonald's said we don't like that, and then told all McDonald's you can't use that tool. Yeah, it was he was the one that came out of it, but he wasn't McDonald's. But it sounded like to me, in his case, McDonald's and Taylor Company were trying to drive him out of business for violating whatever copyrights and DMCA's and all that other crap that goes into it. Okay, well that's good to know. It's good to know that McDonald's actually does care and wants to use tools like that, so they don't, you know. Yeah. Well, and I can't really blame me. I like blaming the big corporations when they do something stupid like that, because, well, most of the time it's right. Okay, I have my marching instructions for McDonald's and Ronald McDonald's webpage edits that I need to make. I don't know about if no one gets sick, but yes, they do. They do cook a lot, and it's consistent. Like, no matter where you go, generally, at least in the United States, you know what you're getting. Actually, how's my mouse floating around here? And my sales pitch for people: don't buy Windows laptops, buy a Mac. Your life will be so much easier. As I shill for another giant corporation that doesn't need my help shilling for it. Okay. Why are you so out of whack compared to everyone else? Default. You're not default. Why are you defaults? Well, no, that's an ambulance called outside. Since it's nice out, I have windows open. And I actually live on the same block as a fire station that's fire and ambulance. So, and I actually think I have line of sight directly on the station itself. So when they leave every day, that's probably like every 10 minutes. I think I just kind of ignore them, and you kind of get used to it. Yeah, I mean, well, actually, up where I live, and I won't say for reasons, but the fire stations are literally one engine, one truck, and an ambulance. That's all that's there, and whatever staff needed for that station. But they're spread all out over across the city and county, like to the point where like I know where three others are around me, near me, and it's possible that I could easily, if I called for help, those are the ones that respond. But and then the general area, like the whole area, like 50 square, 50 mile radius at least, every single station are all tied together, and it's whoever's available and whoever's closest. It doesn't matter if they cross city lines, state lines, or even into the federal government. That's just how they're set up, and their budget's split up in that way. So I thought that was like a really good setup, and I guess it only really works in a metropolitan area. And I'm sure there's a lot of politics around it too, because who gets to pay for what? I'm sure it comes up a lot. You've got the +3. See, now you get to listen to me work. Okay. So I need it. Do. Okay. Do. I guess it could be that long. Ooh, that's long. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's perfect. Do. And then okay. Where is this page? How did I do these? Did I put them in here? No. Oh, I put them in here. Yep. Oh, close. What are you? Oh, that was a proposal I was reading. Yeah, so Turk, I get the fun duty of selecting a new MSP for my company. Having to read sales proposals to my RFP. 6 of them. Yeah, AI for part of it. Though I will be money. I'll be honest, saying a lot of these people need to learn how to write a proposal. One of them who is not getting it was literally a one-page PowerPoint about how great his company was. The two-page PowerPoint of the price quote, which is great. I mean, we wanted the price quote, and then I had to find out everything else in the master terms of agreement, the actual contract I had to sign about what they do, like how are they going to do it, what software are they running, was all in their contract. And it's a contract, so it's legalese. It was literally me reading a legal document to find out what they use, and I just decided, no, this is not, I'm not doing this. Like, I only want to read one contract, and that's the guy I'm going to sign with. So he got ruled out right away, only because at first I was like, well, where's your proposal? Like, I don't even see your proposal. So, like, went back and checked my email to make sure I didn't miss something. I think it's just me and you, Turk. But if there is other people watching me and you're a sales guy, if someone gives you an RFP and you return your proposal, don't make it the contract. I've never been on the other side of the conversation. I've always been a little peon that has to find these people. Oh yeah, I don't get me wrong. I have two very good proposals out of the 6. One of those two will be it. I almost guarantee it. I do have questions for them. One of them is because they use CrowdStrike for their endpoint detection, and I want to know their mitigation plans. How did they handle it? What, 2 years ago or last June, whenever CrowdStrike screwed itself up? How did they handle it, and what is their mitigation plan? So if CrowdStrike does something like that again, they're ready for it. Because I'm so glad I didn't have to sit through that. I was on vacation then. I was 500 miles away at that when that hit, and I looked at the news and I was like, well, I don't run CrowdStrike. I'm so glad, because God, that sounds like a crap. I have to enter everyone's BitLocker keys to get their computers back up and running. The other company is using SentinelOne. Or at least I believe they're using SentinelOne. Our current guys use SentinelOne. I have no issues with SentinelOne other than our current guys don't give me insight into what Sentinel One's picking up. Work at story. I guess we'll just put it there. So yes, the fun in the day of an IT director while on vacation. Thankfully, CrowdStrike was not my concerns, and I didn't have to sit there and enter BitLocker keys for everyone, and actually have to tell a few people you need to drive into the office to get this done or ship your laptops, or God forbid having to read the BitLocker keys back and forth over the phone, because I'm sure that would have been full of errors. So yes, my next week's going to be filled with meetings with at least 2, maybe 3 of these providers. I get questions answered, get to know the teams a little bit better, and then calling references, because since 2 of them are so close, I'm going to need to get references to kind of decide which way I may want to go. The price may actually do that for me on the 2, because the prices are different. But I think they're different for actual reasons. I think with one, I'm not getting a good help desk experience if I read their proposal correctly. It was weird how it was written, and I had the questions about that. And I will say everything's slower when you have to make conversations and not try to say things like who I work for. It's clear I work for IT. Of course, anyone who met me would know I'm working for IT. Oh, did I screw something up? No, I didn't screw anything up. Okay. Let me get someone's word on it. And check my email to see if the guy. Yep, we're good. Oh, I read that. Getting confirmation. Actually, in meantime, there's no reason why I can't sit here and wonder why
Frameshift
my mouse doesn't actually move the screen is because it's the mouse for the laptop. Yeah. The problem I really have with the mouse is it's the exact same model mouse except it's the wireless version that I got for the laptop. So it feels like the gaming mouse I'm used to, but it's not the gaming mouse, or at least not the mouse that's connected. So I'm moving a mouse that's not changing anything on the screen I was looking at.
Fuel scooping.
It's another hip.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Add page. Okay, funny story. I'm pretty sure you heard that time my team's notification ping. I added you in my project and does it show up for you in your survey? So my survey program actually has that capability. Yes. My projects? I do see it. Cool. It has come through. Oh, that's a pretty cool website. Showing you exactly what's needed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see why I would want something like this myself. You're right. I mean, it's just, but just the fact that you know it makes it so like if I were to really get my cutter, I don't I'm not buying something stupid that you already bought. Though I'll be honest with you, if I were to help you out, I would just be like looking at like, oh, you need 11,000 CMM composites. I probably would have just picked that, thinking my load of 700, while it would make a little dent to it, wouldn't be something I'm wasting time on. Well, I don't know. Who knows? If I get bored, I have no problem flying my cutter. I just have to go pick it up from Shinra. Or I could help you out with again. Okay, need my real mouse. Or I can help you out in this ship with its inventory of 64 once I get rid of limpets. Yeah, I keep all my ships there because I hate flying around looking for the parts I want, so I just base from there. I mean, if I'm moving somewhere, I'll just get them transferred. But like in general, that's where I go to build a ship anyway. So. Oh, I was telling a story about teams. I have a feeling there are a lot of people are building out towards Sag A, so you may want to join them. I know the Distance World people have built the chain out to where they want their home base for the launch. I mean, I think that's kind of cool that there's people, and they'll probably have it by the end of the year. They'll hit Sag A, but
Frameshift drive charging.
yeah, I haven't decided if I would do anything with it or not. I may later.
2, 1, engage.
I may wait for the hubbub to die down, make a few more billion, and then maybe buy a fleet carrier so it makes it easier. But at this point in time, oh, I'm being intercepted. I'm just gonna get scanned. I don't think they're gonna attack me. I don't have the shutdown
All ship
neutralizer.
systems have ceased operation unexpectedly.
Oh, two of them. I think it's a good little touch even when my Christmas string lights go out.
Reboot sequence initiated. Thrusters online.
You're just gonna scan and leave? I actually, and out of all of that, I was not even paying attention to the spectrometer, the spectrogram. I was too busy trying to get an image. Was it anything interesting? I mean, it's being recorded on Twitch, so I can always play it back, but...
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, and I found out where the choppiness comes in. It's apparently if that window is focused and then I switch to the game, it chops up. But if I switch to another like the browser window or the studio window and then to the game, I don't get the choppiness. So go figure what's going on with that. I just can't click on it. If I click on it, I need to click through other windows before going back to the game.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Actually, I'm in Super Cruise. I'm not sure if anything actually shows up in Super Cruise. But I'll get to Maya first.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ah. You may want to stop and see Professor Palin. I'm not sure if I have a blueprint penned by him or not.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah, Professor Palin's there. And a tech broker. I buy 800k meta alloys. Why would anyone need 800,000 metal alloys? I was going to check, see if I have anything pinned by him already. I do have something pinned. Dirty Drive. Yep. I don't need to visit him. Got what I need. Oh, I know what I can do.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I can do two things while I fly into the nav beacon. And I have to admit, all the assists have made me lazy. There was a time I didn't fly with any of the assists. But then again, there's also a time where I wouldn't be flying towards someone and actually be in the galaxy map or the system map. Now I do that all the time because I can knock that out while this is flying, and it just pulls me out when it needs to. Huh. That looks like there's square waves data signal. Down here, they look like I can't remember what that would be. Ons and off, ones and zeros. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they're repeating. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. Yep. Yeah, I can hear the beeps. They may not come through on the stream, but they're very faint for me. Oh, could it be Morse code? Could it be Morse code for Maya? Turk, tell me. I unfortunately don't have Morse code memorized.
detected.
Can you use the beeps? It would be. I lost it because of the scan, I think.
The external scan for cargo has completed, Commander. The querying entity's communication suggests the desired commodities were not detected.
Once it shows back up, I can see it. I'll let you know. I think it was long, long, short, long, short, short, short. There it is. Long, long, short, long, short, 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 long, and then a short, long. And I don't know if it's broken up. And actually, maybe with spaces. Yeah, I don't know how the spacing's set out on it, and I can't hear it good enough to tell you like what the spacing is. It's very faint, like I barely hear it. And I don't know if I can make it loud enough. I turned up the game sound and I'll shut up. I set up the game sounds for the stream.
Scan detected.
Alright, it's not someone firing at me, is it? Yep, no hostiles in range.
The system authority scan is complete, Commander. Clearance has been granted.
Alright, yeah, thank you. You're a little too loud now. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do. See if stars have any noise. And I'm sure they do, it's probably just normal noise. Oh, and I turned it down. I have a feeling I'm still hearing the beacon. Yeah, I'm sure there's also software on my computer I can for Morse code, or I could just be stop being a fool and actually learn Morse code. I mean, how hard is it to remember like 36 characters? Yeah. Oh, wait, there's no. I'm facing the star. I'm looking away from the nav buoy. There is something here. This looks like boxes, but it's the same pattern I was getting from the nav buoy. Okay, stars don't have anything interesting. Okay, you get this pattern when you have the nav buoy targeted, even if you're not close. I find that interesting. Alright. I swear I see like 5 in this, 5 here, but it could just be brain pattern matching. Let's change it to a logarithmic and see if anything else comes out of it. Let's go to octave. Yeah. Okay, I can hear this. I hear little clicks, and again, it's very, very, very faint. I do my trick yesterday. Spreading out the scale makes different colors. I think my big issue right now, I think I need to have a higher frequency range. 24,000 hertz is, I think, all the sound cards can do. But I've seen other pictures. It's clear that there's stuff in the higher frequency. But then, would the game even be able to play it? Yeah, and I think because the program I have its setting, and I'm not sure if you can actually see the setting yet. It doesn't show up on you. Uh, Max frequency is 24,000 hertz, which something tells me that's like sound card default settings, and it's possible that if my sound card could do more, it could probably do more, but I don't really know. That's just a guess. Yeah, it is pretty high. Well, I don't really care about the speakers. Like, I mean, I guess I care about it for hearing if I want to hear it, but this doesn't care about the speakers. This is just taking the sound as a wave and doing, my guess is a very fast Fourier transform to make this graph. You know, I don't need to hear it. I'm looking for pictures in the sound. Or it could just be this is the limit of this software is 24,000 hertz. I mean, it is free software. Anything good in the system? Yeah. But no signal sources. Oh, that's right. This is the system that has a black hole. I want to go to the black hole. It might be. Yep. I'm in normal space.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now let's try this. Oh, a non-human source. Thread 8. This is one of those trips I gotta remember to watch my fuel. Nah, I'll be good. It's probably too soon. Oh well. Nah, I have at least what 8 tons of gas left. I'm sure I can make a jump somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could easily jump to a close station. Yeah. What's this one? Oh, that's part of it. Yeah, Stropia is an A star. So yeah, I can get places needed. The fuel rats are needed for me. Well, you just need to curse out Leslie and tell him to do things. Really? I haven't even looked. I don't know to tell you. What plot point should we have for Wesley Crusher and our Elite Dangerous careers? Wesley, start building the station. Yeah, I really wish that they either I'm not finding the setting, but the on the galaxy map the power play bubbles were brought back because that gave you a very good clue of like how big civilization was. Not quite because it's only power play, but it'd also be nice to have like little population bubbles so you can see space easily. Then again, I say all this stuff is like, I know how to program. Why can't I just make software to do this? But, I'm lazy too. Yeah, this is asking for trouble. Yes, I could see the black hole. I need to know its zone, though. How close do I dare get? I think 0.23 light seconds is decent distance. And black holes make no sound. Do I dare find out if they actually made black holes dangerous again? I mean, I'm not going to find out in this way, but. What? I'm only carrying limpets, right? I don't think I have any knowledge on me that I care about. And my rebuy is what? Is it over here? Only 2 million.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yes, I could see the gravitational lensing take effect. Oh, there's a carrier. Well, I know I can get as close to the carrier. It's getting bigger. Andromeda's spreading out. Oh, Maya B and Maya Black Hole. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, you just fly through them again. Yeah, they didn't make them dangerous again. Oh, there's the Taurus beacon. Okay. That was a Taurus beacon.
Data acquisition from the tourist beacon is complete.
But it doesn't make any noise. Shame. Quite a ways away from the beacon.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
There we go. Got the cruise ships. Oh, that's one way of stopping. Hagglebeard's Heroes. Woohoo.
Frameshift charge detected.
Just scanning you. I'll scan your wake too when you leave. Red Planet Taxi Service. He's a little far away from the Red Planet. Storage full. I must have enough of whatever. I have to admit, the gravitational pull visual effects are kind of trippy. Well, since I'm in the Pleiades Nebula, I need to be in Super Cruise for that. Where's the black hole? I don't want to fly towards the black hole.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Wow, that was even more trippy. Yeah, I don't want to fly into a Threat 8. At least not without weapons and good shields. Ooh, high-grade emissions? See what good stuff I get here. It's an investment. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what type of system. I think this is just generic. Stream health, quick actions. Proto heat radiators. I am full of proto heat radiators. Yeah, that's all there is. Oh no, that's proto-radialic alloys. Oh, and radiators. I'm full.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Degraded emissions, encoded emissions, combat aftermath, and everything else I need to jump out and come back in. Oh, that's combat aftermath is too far. Why not? Ugh. I'm actually shocked that I don't have these planets discovered. I would have thought I would have done a detailed scan already. The problem is you're taking me by the planet. It's going to slow me down. I'm going to have to bounce.
Incoming message.
Crystal shards.
Scan detected.
The police are already on your ass.
Scan detected.
Cargo scan complete. The manifest has been reviewed.
Cargo scoop deployed.
The cargo manifest has been subjected to external analysis.
Scan detected.
The system authority scan has concluded. Clearance has been granted.
Cargo scoop retracted.
That's someone's Sidewinder. Yep. Hey, Turk, you want a free Sidewinder? It looks like it's mostly intact. You just need to come and get it, collect it. May need a new cockpit. No, it's just a wreck. Yeah, it needs a new cockpit. It actually needs the flight seat. I've only seen like the bits and pieces. I've never seen a full ship, so yeah, it's kind of interesting. That's actually a pretty good picture of the dwarf star. You have to set up for that one. Where's light? Light is coming from the dwarf star, of course. Oh, that wasn't a dwarf star. It was a planet. Or is this? Yeah, it is a white dwarf. Oh, I mean, independent space, right? Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. The one thing I do wish, this view actually showed you where light was hitting on the planet. I would say is this. Yep, tidally locked. So if it's tidally locked, this is going to be the light side. Well, I say that like it should be, but my cursor's not working. Okay. Oh. Let's do third locations. Wrong button. Was it you? Six Thargoid locations. We're gonna go here. I did. I actually watched that live stream. Or the Vanguard stuff. I have questions. Yeah, see, the problem we may run into is Distance Worlds 3 may use it for their stuff too. And if you can only be in one squadron, then that kind of ruins things. Yeah, but I don't know. Like they're doing a revamp. Like right now you can only be in one squadron, but this is a total revamp of the system. So hopefully you can be in multiples. Like, but those are the questions I have. Like, can you be in multiples? I say this now, knowing this in 7 months, but it's going to be like 3 or 4 months. It'll go to April or May, but who knows? They may have a year-long plan. I've worked with one of the guys that kind of does that before, like a long time ago, and they. This is an event. This is not like, oh, let's just do this. Like, this is an actual event. Like these guys do the same amount of work that you do when you're running GXL. Like they have it planned out. And they have multiple events along the way, you know. Like I don't know if you saw the announcement. I'm sure they'll make another one like a few months ago where they said you're going to want a racing ship, you're going to want the racing Viper, racing Imperial Eagle, you're going to want a hauler set up for this, you're going to want a mining ship, and they have little events run out for everything. And I know they're planning on using 4 fleet carriers. You'll be assigned to a fleet carrier, and then like that's your home base on the expedition is that fleet carrier. So I have no idea how Vanguard's going to change that, because I did get hints that they were looking at the fleet carriers may be a possibility because it can hold more, but then that requires you to be in a squadron to use. And there's this all these questions like if you can be in multiple squadrons, then hell yeah, I go for it. But my problem is Frontier has showed me in the past that they don't think that way. Like the current squadron system, you can only be in one squadron, and after that, you're out of luck. You can't join another one. So, who knows? Maybe they actually have a designer who understands multiplayer games, and that people may want to join 2 or 3 of them. But then I think there are issues that come around that too. I mean, we'll see. It's coming out. Frontier has shown me that they understood the community a little bit better than they have in the past. So who knows? I am in real space.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. I sat here in game and didn't even realize it is now 2 hours after my normal lunchtime. I think I should probably log off and get some food. Let's land on the planet, because I do want to land on this planet. I'm looking for the Thargoid stuff on the planets. Maybe a suicide mission, but and I need to make sure I have enough to make a jump. Evacuation broadcast. Sanchez class science vessel. Oh, I flew close to that planet, slowing me down. You go down anyways. Oh, I think I may need to stay in this angle. I think I'm landing on the moon of the moon. Yep.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
What's on here? Lava sprouts from Earl's vents. I don't really care. Crashed Thargoid ships.
Orbital flight engaged.
I observe we are entering orbital cruise around Maya B2EA, a body of interest given the
You are
recent
not
survey.
working. You should be talking every 2 minutes.
Landing gear deployed.
Come on, you can do it.
We are now landed, Commander, adjacent to the crashed Thargoid vessel, a site of considerable biological and technological interest. You have disembarked, Commander, and are now on foot near the crashed Thargoid vessel on Maya B2EA.
Not really
The
close to
internal
it.
temperature is very cold.
So I wish I could just deploy the SRV from on foot.
Re-entered the Veritas Obscura from the surface, a logical return to the primary operational platform.
And also, I see the wonderful lighting system Frontier has is broken again.
You have disembarked from the SRV, Commander, placing you directly upon the surface near the alien structure.
So why can't I get a genetic sample? Ugh.
You have re-entered the Scarab, Commander, resuming control of the surface vehicle. Combat status was briefly engaged and has now been disengaged.
Still flickers. I think it's just their lighting engine.
The test buggy has been successfully docked with the Veritas Obscura, Commander, restoring the ship's full configuration.
Well, I am out of here. Gonna get some food. Dog's gonna want to walk soon, anyways. I It may be in the game later, Turk. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming it or not, but I'll definitely be in the game later on. I'll hit you up on Discord. And for now, farewell, Commanders. Whoever's watching, thank you for watching.